Right now, there is a huge issue in the DIY auto repair sector, and that is bad information, misinformation, or just lack of information. I see it day in and day out on YouTube videos, Facebook posts, and internet forums of people begging and pleading for help repairing their car. I see it all the time. Snapshots of instrument clusters with all the warning lights on, lit up like a Christmas tree, with the simple question of what's wrong with my car, and there is no lack of bad information in the comment section below, potentially leading these people down a bad fiscal decision road of throwing parts at a car with no information and no basis for those decisions, and having still a broken car at the end of their troubles. Well, there is a time now where there's a requirement for data, for scan tools, for the ability to pull codes and check warning lights. That's why these are essential nowadays and have to be with every single vehicle owner. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Let's get into it. So guys, as I stated at the beginning of the video, I have seen this over and over again. It feels like seeing a dead horse beaten at this point. People asking for information on a Facebook page or in a YouTube video or emails or comments, etc. It doesn't matter. It's all over everywhere. And it's not a new phenomenon either. This has been going on since, well, the invention of the internet, and actually before that, just person to person, with people asking questions of a skilled nature to those that lack those skills and taking their information at face value. Now, here again, it's 2024, almost 2025. Cars are more complex than they've ever been, and they're not getting any more simple. There are tons of modules, miles of wiring, and sensors galore in every modern vehicle. And again, as we see hybridization, electrification, it's just going to get more and more complex. That is why I think right now that these are an absolute requirement for anyone that owns a vehicle. Now, this isn't me pushing a product to you. I just think that this is a requirement now. If you're buying a new car or have a car, you know, $30,000, $40,000, $60,000, $70,000, the price of cars has gotten insane at this point. These are like 50 bucks, 50 to 150 bucks for these little Bluetooth dongles now. They attach to your smartphone. Everyone has a smartphone just about, either Android or iPhone. You can get the software for these on there, Bluetooth to your car, and get the information and the data you need to be more informed as a consumer, as a DIYer, and to get good information or better information when asking for help from people that have that information or a better understanding. Now, I've got two with me right now, two I've used, and that is the Topdon TopScan. That's about 50, 60 bucks. And the GearWrench, I think it's the Smart BT, Smart Bluetooth. I'll link these in the video or in the description. And it's about 150 bucks, but I think right now Black Friday's coming up. I think it's about 120, 130 on Amazon. Anyway, again, I see it all the time where people just take a picture of their dashboard. They've got warning lights on. Warning lights are great to alarm you as a motorist that, hey, something is wrong, something is the matter. Figure out what it is. Those lights do not directly indicate what an issue is. So when people take pictures of their dashboard with, oh, I've got an eyesight light on, or I've got a check engine light on, or, oh, the AT oil temp light is on, that doesn't give you any information other than that there is an issue with that particular system on the vehicle. You can't diagnose or repair an issue based on lights alone. Those lights say, hey, there's an issue, plug up and figure out what the issue is. I have codes stored for you. You have to get those codes from me for these warning lights, and that will give you a code and a definition and more pinpointed to what the actual problem is. Again, people have to start getting these. They're basically a requirement, and honestly, manufacturers should probably include something like this or a way to pull up diagnostic trouble codes in the vehicle, either through infotainment or the display. But at the end of the day, we all know that manufacturers don't want you fixing your car yourself. They want you to bring it back to the dealership, back to the service department, and pay them for it. So, again, with the cost of these things being so cheap, and not having to buy a $500, $1,000, $4,000 scan tool like a professional mechanic uses, these are the new ticket for, again, consumers, for empowering the consumer. I mean, all you've got to do is plug it up to the OBD2 connector, fire up your phone, and pull your codes. Now, once you have the codes, that is when you can go out and make your YouTube video, make your Facebook post, get on these forums, and ask for help with the codes. With the codes, help is more easily given and more accurately given than just with warning lights. And again, I see it all the time. Just the other night here on YouTube, a subscriber tagged me in a video. Unfortunately, I could not respond to him in any way because the way YouTube is, if you're making a video and you don't select that it's not specifically made for kids, it'll go on YouTube Kids and you can't comment, so I couldn't help him out. But he had an issue with the AT oil light, on and on about the AT oil light. And again, with the AT oil light on, you need to pull codes. There's likely transmission codes in there that will help get to that answer. And hopefully, guy, you are watching this video now, and hopefully you can get that figured out or have already got your issue figured out. But it's so hard to help people online without codes. It's just one of those things that you have to have. Now, data is another great thing with the codes. There's all these different pieces that need to come together to diagnose issues. Codes aren't the only thing you need. Data is another thing, and having bidirectional control is another important thing in diagnosing. Now, there are levels to this. There is, with the gear wrench one, there's levels, as there's a smaller DIY homeowner consumer grade one that'll just give you the codes and a little bit of information. And this is kind of the top tier one for the DIYer that has the bidirectional control and allows you to go in and get more data, get more information, and do some stuff. Now, one thing that I have just discovered playing with this today is this, for 150 bucks or roundabout, will let you do Subaru CVT learning. Now, beforehand, you had to buy at least a $500-$600 scan tool to go in and do the AT learning. So with this little $150 dongle, you can look at your CVT fluid temperature. You can do AT learning after you've had a valve body replaced or a torque converter replaced. This is great for the DIYer, and it's got lifetime updates, which I think is insane at the price point that Gear Wrench is giving that much information away. But again, these are becoming a requirement for anyone that wants to fix it themselves. So again, guys, if you want to check these out, I'll have links for them down in the description or have them pinned or hooked onto the video in some way. I'm not pushing one or the other. The Top Scan's been great. This one is brand new to me, but the fact that it's got the bidirectional control to do the AT learning, which I don't think the Top Scan does, although I haven't really played with it too terribly much. And it is a subscription annually for updates. This is lifetime, so seems the better deal looking at them at face value. But again, guys, this is the future. This is where we're going, and there's no going back. I know a lot of guys look at it as cars are too complicated. I wish they'd go back to carburetors and distributors and make them more rudimentary, and that's just not going to happen. It's kind of buckle in, get with the times, learn about computer systems, learn about wiring, learn about electrical systems, learn about all the modern things that are coming into your vehicle if you want to fix it yourself, or you got to pay to play. You got to pay someone that knows more than you to fix them in the end. So guys, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on this subject down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that these are basically a have-to necessity with modern vehicles? Or do you think that the auto manufacturer should make it way easier to do your own repairs and not have to buy a scan tool or some kind of interface to get this information when your vehicle has a problem? And if so, why do you feel that they are obligated to give that to you? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Subaru content and tool content in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one.